for Harrison Hammonds.
What's up, everybody? Doing good? Cool, man. I'm doing all right. I go to a doctor. Found out I got low vitamin D. I don't go outside enough. I've just been trying to get my supplements. Trying to drink a lot of Sunny D. Unleash the power of the sun from within myself. I know I don't look it, but I'm actually half gay on my mom's side. That's true, that's true. She came out to us when I was in middle school, which I thought it was genetic. So I was gay in middle school. It's the worst time you can be gay. And I have a whole program for it called It Gets Better, and it does. It gets a lot better as you grow older, and as society progresses, you find someone you love, and you find out you're not gay. Look at all the things I can eat at Chick-fil-A without feeling bad about myself. Or I can go to Alabama, even Kansas. The possibilities are endless. It's all right. I feel like your mom being gay gives you the only legitimate case to be homophobic. Like if Ted Cruz and I were ever hanging out in a room, I'd be like, don't you hear they're gay all the time, or whatever he's upset about. I don't know. He hasn't really given a solid point yet, but just being me, like, yeah, don't you hate how they kick you out of the house when you're 17 because you didn't clean the bathroom? Lesbians. I think a lot about my mom's sexuality. At least enough to say everything that I've said so far. That's a lot. It's uncomfortable. I was in Kansas not too long ago, and my favorite thing that I saw from Kansas was a license plate that said, "Choose life." And I get what you're saying, but I like to imagine someone being like, hey man, I know this is Kansas. I know you looked over there and you saw corn, and you looked over there and you saw wheat. Please don't jump in front of my car. Not one of us can afford that right now. Like, I'm not trying to make any statements, but if Rumpelstiltskin walked up to me tomorrow, it's like, for the price of your firstborn child, I'll teach you how to turn thread into done. You know how expensive it is? You didn't let me I was gonna teach you how to turn thread into... You know I'm gonna eat that baby, right? Don't ruin this for both of us. You had a great thing going. Take my baby. It's expensive. You know how expensive baby wipes are? It costs twice as much to wipe a baby's ass as it does a full-grown man's ass. A baby's like the size of a full-grown man's ass. I did the math, and that is spot on. The whole way through. You guys think that when bears see people play dead, they actually fall for that? No way. I like to imagine a bear walks up and he's like, did I just see a bear walk up to him? Just laid down on the ground. That's a badass dude. I'm gonna mess with that guy and then just go the other way. And that's how that works. When George Michaels died, I was hanging out with some people, and one of them asked if it was AIDS, and I don't know why that's a question people have to ask, because it's not like gay people are immortal creatures that can only be slain by one thing. AIDS isn't a magic spell. There's no gay Van Helsing running around. Could you imagine if that's what it took to kill a vampire? You gotta share a needle with this dude, fuck the vampire, and then 30 years later you both get real skinny and die? There would be so many vampires. It's nuts. My dad's a douchebag. I'm coming to terms with it. It's all right. I realized the other day that if my dad and I went to high school together, he probably would have bullied me. And I know that because when I was in high school, my dad bullied me. He has a book about NPR, and it comes with a tape of the book. He just leaves it on his coffee table, so you can look like the kind of person who both reads and listens to NPR without having to do either of those things. NPR is my shit, man. I love NPR. This set is actually brought to you by the John D. and Catherine T. McCarter Foundation. My favorite thing about NPR is the stories they tell in between their stories. It'll be like an hour about Donald Trump and an hour about like Syria or whatever. But in between, they always have these wonderful little tidbits. It'll be like, a man in China was denied a home loan due to the fact he could not give fingerprints, due to the fact he did not have arms. And now the latest news from Aleppo. It's like, what the? Where's gonna? Okay, fine. I didn't want to hear anything about that. That's great. You know how much I've heard about Syria? Thank you guys.